can you game on an iPad like you can with a Nintendo Switch? Let's discuss. So ever since the Nintendo Switch came out and Slade was able to pick one up and I wasn't able to pick one up, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get my game on. And I've been keeping track of this Game Vice controller at the Apple Store for a while, but they were always sold out. I was finally able to get one, able to do some testing, and I can say short answer is yes, you can game like a Nintendo Switch with the iPad. So to use this, it's pretty simple. By default fits all the first 3 iPad minis. Now for the iPad mini 4, that's a little bit thinner. They have these little plastic things that you can slide on to make it nice and snug. We don't need to use that, but just to know that it is built in, so all of your iPad minis will fit. There's a lightning connection right here. Slide that in, stretch it on and over, and you've got yourself a Switch imitation. Hey, well, let's talk about games. I don't know who that kid is. That's okay. That's what we get from being on a playground. Yeah. So not all games will support M5 controllers, but a lot of them do. And Game Vice actually supports. Are they doing a little dance?
Yeah.
Is that a little happy dance?
Yeah.
Awesome. So there is an app on the App Store that Game Vice provides. It has a catalog of all of the supported games. So that's a good place to start. Now, when I first started gaming, I only had like the free-to-play apps, and they were okay. But I was really worried at first because controller support was really shoddy. So my recommendation is definitely to go for the paid games, games that you actually spend money on, because they don't have ads and they work a lot better control-wise than the free-to-play games. Hey, what's your name? Well, the paid apps like Halo and the Riptide and Radiation Island and some of that other stuff is that I had a much better playing experience with those apps.
This one is your heart.
Gaming on the go. Pew, pew, pew. Got the lightning port so you can charge through. This does not require a battery, which is awesome. And he's running back towards us. He found us. That's another really cool thing, is that the separate controller, you're worried about an extra cord and you might lose it, but this one, it snaps right on. It uses the iPad's battery, so you don't have to worry about that or recharging it or anything. It just works. Comparing this to the Nintendo Switch is cost factor. Now with the Switch, of course you get that Nintendo quality, so everything is just going to work great. And you get the controllers included with the Switch tablet for what, 300 bucks? These guys start at $400 plus another $100 for the Game Vice controller. So already we're looking at $500, while other M5 controllers are compatible with other devices and say like the Apple TV. This, unfortunately, is only compatible with the iPad mini, although they do sell iPhone versions and iPad Pro versions. But that's something to keep in mind. Also, if you're a gamer like me, you like recording stuff, this port does not support video throughput, so you can't record sessions while you're using this controller. But at the end of the day, if you already have an iPad like I do, getting this $100 controller is a lot cheaper than getting a Switch, and it has a ton of awesome games. That's $2, $3, or $4, or $5 compared to the $40, $60 Nintendo games. Hey, buddy. So can you use the iPad mini like a Nintendo Switch? Yes, but it's gonna cost you a little bit. I wouldn't have it any other way. This controller is super solid, and I love it a lot. I recommend it highly. Thanks for watching.